March 2025, best month of my life. Also an excellent trading month in terms of execution. I made 0 errors, or 0 known errors. I stuck with my plan exactly. But yo, I've lived 35 years times 12 months, and March 2025 is my favorite month ever. So I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. How y'all doing? All right, see you guys. Bye. Okay, so I didn't place any trades. The MTP system, I closed everything out in January and February. The only one that I'm still supposed to be in is gold. But that was an error made in February, not March. But the markets have been tanking. I called it. I'm not happy about it because I can't make money off it really, but at least I'm conserving capital. I'm on the sidelines. So no manual trades. In fact, actually, I believe I lost money on the month because of the bots. So that's another thing I have going. I have the crypto bot spinning. And it was looking really good until it wasn't. They made a bunch of positions in the altcoin market, and then the altcoin market nuked, and it took a bunch of losses. So I actually haven't checked to see how bad it was. I've been too busy. But the main thing is I followed my systems exactly, and I let the bots run, and I didn't interfere, and I didn't gamble. I didn't put on discretionary trades. And in my work, I think I don't know, I saved at least $1,000, if not a couple grand, to risk later on when the conditions are better. But this past month, I worked almost every day in adventure tourism. I did a bunch of boat tours. I did a bunch of hiking tours. I was near humpback whales when they're breaching. I was in the water with all kinds of different dolphin species, had some really amazing encounters. I encountered a albino pygmy killer whale in the water, which is very rare. The surf was awesome in March. I did a bunch of hiking tours. I did some really extreme ones. One of my favorite is one called Ohiki Lovo. I did Moana Lua Ridge to Stairway to Heaven a couple times. And I basically made it, my life is I did cliff jumping. I worked on learning how to backflip, worked on my diving. I made social plans. I booked a trip to Kauai next month. It hasn't happened, but I booked it for some adventures. And I ate amazing. My sleep was really good. Clean up my diet. I created a scenario in my life where I was too busy and getting so much healthy dopamine that there's not really a reason or need for me to gamble or check the charts, which is really helpful. I created a life situation where also I didn't have the time. I looked at my schedule coming into March, and I'm like, I'm going to be working all the time, and when I'm not working, it needs to be recovery, nutrition, and preparing for the next thing, because I mean, right now I think I'm working to some capacity with my body 12 days in a row, or of one rest day and out of 12 days, 10 miles, and then 9 hours on the ocean. And I'm talking, some of these days I'll be wet for 7 hours and it's overcast, and I'm in a wetsuit and I'm wet for 7 hours. And not everybody necessarily envies what I'm doing, but man, I'm surrounded by people I like, good vibes, positive experiences. I'm having experience people save up their whole life to come to Hawaii one time, and they spend it with me. And I feel what they're feeling. I'm grateful, I'm blessed every single day. And the trading isn't really doing much for me other than giving me hope for the future to amplify my savings. But it's basically just back to job work and income work, and love my job. I'm out in the sunshine every day. I'm in the ocean. I'm up in the mountains, and my social life, I got this college vibe back where I go outside and walk down the beach, and I run into friends, and everywhere I know everybody everywhere I go, and I'm just stoked on life. And it has nothing to do with trading. Improving my life is improving my trading. And even though I had a great trading month, if I didn't make any errors in March, I made maybe an error in February, but I stuck with my plan exactly. Looks like it'll be, I didn't lose any money on MTP, it was flat. Looks like I'm going to lose money on the bots. So you can have a great trading month and at the same time lose money, right? It's a process. But if you have a good process for enough years, say I have perfect process for the next 12 months, the next 24 months, the next 5 years, 10 years, I'm going to make a lot of money. But I don't really need to because I've put my income in a place where I'm saving, I'm stacking again. And there aren't very many things that I want that I don't have already. So just want to share that vibe with you guys. And if you want to see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, go check me out on Instagram at Travis D. Wu. If you're not following me on Travis Wu Trades, I share a lot of free value there too. But I would not trade my life for anyone. I wouldn't. It's a good life. Trading's a part of it. And it wasn't so long ago I created a hell for myself with trading. I'm living in Hawaii, I'm in paradise, I'm living basically on the beach, or a house with beachfront, and I'm stressed out, I'm not sleeping good, I'm staring at the charts. When I could be in the ocean, I could be on the mountains, I could be in the valley working on the farm, I could be doing all kinds of other things. So I could be surfing, and I was just checking the charts over and over and over and gambling. And on Discord, do you think it's going to go on Twitter? Do you think it's going to go up or it's going to go down? And yeah, I believe everything happens for a reason. I could look back on the money I could have, but I wouldn't want to be in a different position in my own life. So I'm glad everything happened the way it happened. And yeah, I'll build a lot of wealth in the future. But part of learning how to trade is learning how to preserve wealth. It's not always about making money. And 2025 is more an environment for protecting capital. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Peace.